You thought you slop. They calling me Pop. I'm rolling in bands, riding around the beat of July. They call clothes on a cop, but they are just not away.
His name was Enzo Amore. He was a certified G and a bona fide stud. And you couldn't teach that. Bada boom! Bada mine! We just got on the unemployment line. How you doing? That's. Hey, everything boiled over. I am the Zack Attack with you. I decided to make this video because I don't want to wait till because I've made like proper like attack sports videos or just separate videos concerning news items. I mostly saved some of it until like the wall review, discuss it at the beginning of my wall review sometimes, like I did last night. Want to mention a little bit about the Enzo Amore rape situation. So now I'm making a separate video about the recent news about the release of Enzo Amore. He got fired. My thoughts about it, plus my thoughts on this affecting the future of 205 Live. I said it on my wall review last night. 205 Live was already kind of fucked. Now they're totally screwed now. They lost the #1 heel. So let's begin. Now, of course, it all began like for those of you to know, Enzo, this whole wave thing, I think, was the straw that broke the camel's back. He already had a bad reputation backstage, especially saw as straight to the source on the WWE Network with Corey Graves about his egomaniacal attitude, his know-it-all attitude, isolating himself from people. Hell, he even broke up with Big Cass on off-screen. They're not even real-life friends anymore after their whole Cass leg injury situation. Like, Enzo is a prick in real life. A dick in real life. To quote Being the Elite for a minute. Watch it to get that reference. So, he's already a polarizing personality backstage. You know, kind of an ego. Big inflated ego. So he's kind of a big douche. So this rape allegation was the last one. Of course, it came out yesterday that a woman named Philomena posted on Twitter saying that, okay, it's been long enough and I've been so scared to see her that I was raped in mid-October by the WWE's Enzo Amore, also known as Eric Arden. So I too poor. Let it happen as accomplices. I was in a mental hospital for 45 days. They are not good people. You know, the town Grosso's like, I'm guilty for being an accomplice. I said this a little bit yesterday, but I say it today as well. That according to this Philomena chick, she said, Alan Tupo invited me to their friend's house and hang out with their friend, and I went. Basically, they got me so fucked up, I went into psychosis. Like, the guy called Tupo and Tyler, they was going to rape me. And at first, I'm like, please don't, you really shouldn't. But then they gave up, and they're like, okay, have fun. Tupo kissed me on the cheek, and then he left me there with them. It was such a brutal rape. I'm still fucked up from it. Haven't had sex since October, which is when it happened. I'm in the process of facing charges against Enzo. She even said, I said it's also the wall review that she got post-traumatic stress syndrome. I got to say the whole thing right properly after this. And of course, this girl's been, she even faked the pregnancy one time. So people have been making fun of her, saying like, oh, fake news. She wants money. You know, this ain't a real thing. But it is legit. With Enzo being questioned by the Phoenix police, they said that the incident took place on October 19th. It may line up with some of Enzo's posts, which were taken that day when he was in the area. He was attending a Chili Peppers concert in Phoenix, so he might have been in the area, might be involved in it. Like I said, he was questioned by police in Phoenix. The investigation is still ongoing. So it was announced that he was suspended yesterday. That's why we didn't see any Cruiserweights on Wall 25 at all on Monday. because they probably don't want to spoil a celebration. And they want to let this thing fly. See how it goes. Now, they officially fired him. And as I said, it ain't because of the raping. Entirely. It's because of everything else. Boy, it's like everything together. His ego backstage and pissing people off. And now this rape allegation is the last straw for Enzo as he got released today. And whether you liked him or hated him, you cannot deny he was a great heel magnet when he was a heel for Cruiserweights. He wasn't the best wrestler in the world. That is true. He wasn't the best technical guy. But when it comes to talking, that was his strong suit and sometimes his weakness as well. You know what I mean? He was such a good talker sometimes, and then sometimes you didn't know what the fuck he was saying. So, I was a big fan of his and Cass's. A big fan of them both. We'll see how when Big Cass comes back now. At least he won't. The only good thing about this is he won't feud with Enzo again. For a technical reason, but still, their feud when they broke up was not the best, especially when Enzo's paired with Big Show. So I hate to say it, but wish the best for Enzo in his future endeavors. He got future endeavored. So there is some big questions. Will they let Enzo come back when this whole thing settles? Who knows? Theory is known to bring people back at the amount of time, but see what happens with Rich Swann's future, which may be uncertain, maybe fiery in the future. But they may let time heal wounds and maybe bring back Enzo eventually. If this whole thing boils over, especially if it's not true. When it's not true, maybe they'll bring him back. But if this was true and Enzo does get charged and everything, they'll probably never let him come back. You know what I mean? So, it sucks this happened. I know people on this Me Too movement, everyone's exposing all these people in Hollywood and all these people for rape and assault and pedo and all that shit coming out. Every day something's coming out but a well-known celebrity whipping, but that was the Hollywood industry. But that's a whole other discussion for another day. But the Hollywood industry being all rapists and pedos, and now the wrestling industry may be full of them. I know there's been accusations before, probably, of some people raping, but now this is a big one. And now it's gone all the way to a police investigation that has led to the release of Enzo Amore'S. Like I said, this was the catalyst for everything. Like I said, the tipping point to fire Enzo after the whole backstage shit. So now, the biggest question of all, what does this mean for 205 Live? 205 Live's already been a rough booking area since they debuted in 2016. And Enzo was kind of like the saving grace. You know what I mean? Even though Never in my mind was the night inciting Omar, he was the best thing of 205 Live until Enzo came around. You know what I mean? Enzo was the heel that he made things because he was a big star. You know what I mean? There was good wrestlers on the show, 205 Live, but they're not booked properly to give them character development. Enzo had great character development, so they decided, hey, let's stick Enzo 205 Live. Some would say it was demeaning and punishment for being a dickhead backstage to the main roster, but it ended up being the best thing he ever did. Becoming Cruiserweight champion, even though he was the best wrestler in the world, hey, he talked himself into being a decent champion as a heel. Manager of the Zone Train. You know what I mean? So he was the best thing about 205 Live. He's got a reaction, positive or negative. More reactions than most 205 Live people get because they're not built enough to get good development thanks to creative not giving him anything efficient to work with. But as I said in my one review, things started falling off the wagon last month. As 205 Live was prepared to go on its first major road trip, the problems then started with Noam Dar getting hurt, D. Brian Kendrick getting hurt because of a GTS by Hideo Itami, which now got the move banned. And of course, one of the biggest shakeups was Rich Swann getting arrested just hours before competing in a number one contenders match for the Cruiserweight title. They had this whole turning to determine a new number one contender for the Cruiserweight title. That's when shit really fell off the wheels. Which one got suspended? Maybe released soon. Hey, if they're going to release Enzo, because there's rape stuff, along with the other shit he's done, which one may not be employed any longer by WWE as well? So that's how they got. Alexander took his spot. He ended up being a number one contender. The scheduled match with Enzo on New Year's Day got postponed because Enzo got sick and got sent to the hospital. It wasn't clear to wrestle. Postponed the match to the next week. Then Enzo got hurt and we had a screwy ending with Enzo tripping up his ankle. And then you had Enzo selling a knee injury, ankle injury, real life somewhat. And they had an advertised rematch for the Royal Rumble made. And now this whole thing happens with Enzo and the whole weight thing. And now, what's next is 205 Live. They're probably going to address. I said it last night, and I'm probably be more white now after the whole Enzo getting released thing. That they're definitely going to talk about the Cruiserweight title picture tonight on 205 Live. They're going to have a tourney to crown a new champion, have the finals be in the Royal Rumble, because they were supposed to have a Cruiserweight title match in the Rumble. Are they still going to have a Cruiserweight title match in the Rumble? And if so, will it be like Alexander against somebody who maybe they're like a fatal four-way and the winner takes on Alexander Sunday? That's what could happen. So who knows how they're going to address the Cruiserweight title? The question is, who will be the Cruiserweight champion now? But the bigger question is, will 205 Live survive without Enzo? It's going to be tough because Enzo was kind of a big draw to people. You know, loved him or hate him, he got a reaction and he got a draw. You know, he was a draw. He basically made people stay after SmackDown for 205 Live. Now at the Mixed Match Challenge, 205 Live is now a half hour. You know, it's going to be a half hour for a few months. Now the 205 Live will be following the Mixed Match Challenge on the Facebook. I think tonight's Biggie and Carmella fighting with Asuka and Miz, the new Intercontinental Champion. So, there you go. Wish the best for Enzo when he ever come back. Depends on how this weight allegation goes, but maybe the backstage stuff may never get him back. But hey, if you're a dick backstage, they still be hiring angry. Like with Ultra Warrior, he was kind of a prick, but he still got hired back. But he didn't do anything like this. You know, he get accused of rape. He got the court. You know, having taken the cops, basically, with Enzo. So there's that. That's my thoughts on this whole Enzo Amore situation. Sad it happened, but hey, if it's true, it's true. If it is true, it would be damn true. But time will tell on that. But will 205 Live survive? Also time will tell. So thank you for watching this video. My thoughts video. With that in mind, you've been attacked by the thoughts from Zach. And I'll send you out because you're probably never going to hear this again. When it comes to Enzo Amore now, there's only one word to describe what happened to him. And I'm going to spell it out for you. F-I-R-E-D. Fired. But I will say it properly. He'd probably say to all the haters. He'd probably say that on Twitter if he was on Twitter right now. Probably on radio silence for purposeful reasons. For all the haters. There was only one word to describe him. I'm going to spell it out for you. S-A-W-F-T. Swaft. See you later, everybody.